Hey guys, welcome to Hoyos Garden, the third episode.
Whoop, whoop.
This episode today, we're going to be talking about being a young married.
Being married at young.
Yeah, being married at young. Sorry, my English, I apologize. Yeah.
Young
You're
marriage,
getting
young
it
marriage,
mixed
young
up with the other
marriages,
seven
yeah.
languages, You're getting it mixed up with the other 7 languages. Don't worry, it happens. It
Mix
happens.
it. You are not going to let go of this language thing, is
Bye.
it?
Aram.
Seven languages.
Aram. Yeah, aram karo. Yeah, khush karo.
Mid
Khush.
Allah.
I've been looking forward to this. I'm guessing we're going to be introducing Tariff and his thoughts on young marriage.
Yes.
How excited.
yes.
The shoes has come off, brother. I'm ready for you.
Just knowing the shoes
Pillow
come
hugging
off,
has
she's
started.
gonna direct that. She's gonna stick on you, bro.
All right,
Shoes
I'm
come
ready.
off.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Bring it.
I'm ready
Don't
for
worry,
you.
we're going to come for you as well, you know. It's not just Tarif, you
What do you need
know.
to do? Speak to me in language.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh.
I will show you my Sab'a language.
Are you sure it's something?
Yeah. 100%.
We only heard 2 today
Yeah.
so far.
What's
But yes,
the two? What's
okay,
the two?
listen. She spoke Urdu and English, and then she claimed to have spoken Arabic, but she didn't.
Sure.
She didn't. All right, cool, guys. We're going off topic because, listen, look at me. I'm comfortable. Well, like, all I need is popcorn right now.
Right,
It's
Tarif.
Tariff, I'm ready for
Come
you.
on.
I need to
All
hear
camera on
your
you.
version. I need to know.
What do you want to hear?
What I need to hear is when you got married, what made you want to get married, and how is married life now at a young age as well, because it's going to be so different to myself and your mother's story. Yours will be more in a positive light. So let's hear young marriage in your eyes. Like I'm listen, let's go. Got the mic here.
Initially, I got married last year, February 18th. Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah.
It's been nearly a year now, so it's
Woo!
been it's
February is 1 year.
literally, and it's gone so quick. I can't believe it. But yeah, nah. So I got married at February 18th. You've asked me a question, didn't it?
Yeah, how did you get married? Come on.
How?
What
made
did
you
you
wanna
get
get
married
married?
what
actually?
made you want to get married? I mean, initially, I had a opposite view towards me getting married. I didn't really think I was gonna get married at a young age. I didn't go into it thinking, oh, Tariff, you want to get married young. I didn't see it in a good light. I didn't really. I said to myself, nah, you know what, Tariff, you need to like focus on your businesses, focus on making money, growing older, living, like having fun. You know what I mean? And I think eventually I just realized the happiness and like what you get when you do get married. Like it's a nice feeling. Like I didn't expect it. But initially in the beginning, when I had that mindset of not getting married, I remember my wife kind of looked at me in that way where like, if you're not gonna marry me, I'm not gonna speak to you. So I think that kind of triggered things.
So you kind of got blackmailed, basically.
In the right way.
In the right way. But I feel like with that, that's the main reason onto like, because without that, I don't think I would have said to myself, you know what, Tariff, get married young. I even went to my mum and I said to her like, Mom, I want to get married. She kind of looked at me like, no, you don't. Like, don't lie. But then when I told her, no, I want to get married, she was like, really, sit down, like, chat to me. So when I did sit down and speak to her, at first, obviously, she had like a little doubt in her because it randomly came to her.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing where she said to herself like, oh, I know this person. It was just so random to her. She was like, married now, what? So when I did tell her that I want to get married, she just said, listen, at the end of the day, can you do these things? She's explained certain things to me. I was like, yeah, I'm ready for it. And just like that, I got married, you know?
Wow. Do you remember the first time when you told me?
Yeah, yes.
Your eyes were
Yes.
like this.
Yes.
I was like,
She couldn't believe she was...
yeah. And do you know what? I'm so sorry if I came across negative. I remember you
Nah,
telling
nah,
me
nah. No,
I was meeting you for the
It was
first
more
time.
positive way.
Yeah, and you just, because
were
my
just
son has
shocked.
been
You were
yapping
just-
at me
yeah.
about wanting to get married, and then to see someone of your age and your intelligence and your maturity and your young age, let's make it clear. When you came to me with that, Tariff, I was very much like, huh? Are you sure? No, you just no. And you just said it straight. And to have your mum, the way she responded and the support that she was giving you, just made me think. Do you know what, Batula? You're probably portraying your negative young marriage image into this young boy. So keep it all in, and you know, mama's answers to
But
her happiness
with
towards
that,
you.
like,
Yeah.
I feel like with what you said to me,
Yeah.
I did understand.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't initially take it as like, oh, you don't want someone young to get married and you're hating in a way. But I did take it in a way where, because you did say valid points on like, obviously you're still young because you're around 20.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm 23, 24, 25.
Yeah.
I just turned 20.
Yeah.
So it's more where like when you did say those things, I didn't take it in that way. No,
Yeah,
definitely not,
of
definitely
course.
not.
And so what are some of the things that you feel like, what are some of the pros you take from that marriage, like being married at a young age?
Pros, definitely. There are, I think there are more pros than cons.
Oh my God.
Because I see it like this.
You're selling it to my son, allow it.
Like, I genuinely believe like there isn't any reason to not get married. Like for example, if people are like a couple, for example, and obviously at the end of the day, everyone's in their own person, so they can get married at any age. Me specifically, like my mindset towards it was more of a which where like I said to myself, at the end of the day, say if I was speaking to someone and that lasted 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, let's say a year, there wouldn't be a difference to marrying that person and being girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah.
So how, for example, like other people, they decide to move in together and do all that. Like I seen it like, let me just get married. I can do all that. There's no change because if I'm with this person for an X amount of time, I can still be with them while married. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I saw it like that. So I saw the positive side to it. And the truth is, with marriage, I genuinely believe it's more of a commitment than anything to myself. Because in my head, I'm like, no, this is what I want. I want to build a future. Why not with my wife?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I've gained a liking for my wife for a reason.
Yeah.
So at that time, so I was like, why not? Like, what's stopping me? Other than obviously people saying, oh, you might do this, you might do that, like negative things. But I feel like the positive side to it and like everything now, like how it's going has, alhamdulillah, like went as planned. And like, for example, one of the main things I think with young marriage people look at is how are you financially and stuff like that. And I feel like that all comes together. And I don't think I would be where I am right now without being married. I see it like that.
So how has that changed you in a positive way? Like I love that you said that, because people do say when they get married, they instantly start patterning up. Is that the young word you guys use?
Yeah, 110%.
So how has marriage changed you?
Initially, like a little thing. For example, me going out with my friends.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't go out with my friends now.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't as much as I would if I wasn't married, if that makes sense. So like now, I kind of have a balance.
Yeah.
But before there was no balance.
Yeah.
It would be like, I'll go out whenever I want, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I got a wife at home, you know what I mean? So it's more where like, I have to think of another person and that person, like, I have that responsibility for that person, like as much as it is. So it's more where like, I know for a fact that if I went to the point where I wasn't married, I don't think I would be thinking like this now. Like, like thinking, I can't explain it. I can't be.
The maturity you gain from it, like you probably wouldn't have that. That's so true.
I wouldn't have that.
That is so true, man. And like obviously you've got Abdullah sitting next to you, who maybe, I don't know, like wants to get married.
Listen, you'll get married. Inshallah. You're getting married, inshallah.
So
soon.
What would you advise any young person who wants to maybe, you know, get married at a young age or thinking about getting married at a young age?
Because you know what it is with marriage? I feel like there's so many factors you need to take in consideration. Like culture, for others, religion.
Sorry, where's your wife from?
My wife, she's Somali and Italian.
Ooh, mashallah. So,
with my wife, she's Somali and Italian. But like for others, I think when it comes to culture, it's a big part with them. Like they might not marry someone because of culture.
Yeah.
For some people, they might not marry each other because of religion.
Yeah.
True.
And obviously with Islam, when it comes to a female, they have to obviously get married to a Muslim man.
Of course, yeah.
But in some cases for a man, when he wants to marry someone of a different culture, sometimes parents decide to not,
Approve of
They
it. Yeah,
don't
yeah,
promote, yeah.
So I feel like there's different factors and it depends on the person initially onto like what they want to do and what, like how they want to go around it. But yeah. But you want to get married?
Been thinking about it, yeah.
So what's on your mind about it? Like, is something stopping you? What's your views on marriage? What do you think marriage is?
Whoa, he looked at me like, what's stopping you? And he looked at me side-eye.
I saw the look. I saw the look.
Point. No, don't look at me, bruv.
She told you, don't look at me, bro.
Like, this is your opportunity.
Yeah, bro.
Open
This is your
discussion.
chance now.
This is your chance. This is a young person.
I got you, man. I'll back you,
Like,
man.
who's married, and I see it in a positive light, of course. So some of the questions yourself or other young people your age would ask, feel free to ask away. Like,
be confident.
I'd love to hear, like,
Yalla.
You gotta consider marriage is a big thing, innit? It's not something small,
yeah,
but it's a big responsibility, wallahi. Like, if you can look after yourself, then you can look after another female. You get, like, it's not something you can just rush into. Like, I don't know about you, but like you like it's, you can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to know yourself and know
Facts,
your wife,
110%.
you get
Because there wouldn't be any point rushing it.
exactly.
And then you're like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Like,
So
what
it's
did I
more,
do?
I hear what you
Yeah,
mean.
so you just want to take it slow. You don't want to rush into it, bro. Like, you gotta have the right mindset and you gotta have the right akhlaq, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not something small, bro. Like, when you say I want to marry a
Facts.
female, bro, you gotta consider that you're gonna look after another female as well. You gotta provide for her, bro. You gotta provide for yourself. You gotta know what to do. Like you're saying, bro, I can't just like leave the house. I have a wife at home. Do you get, like, there's gonna be things in place that you need to plan. Do you get? So it's a big thing, bro. It's not something small. But,
And I feel like with that, like, honestly, in the beginning, like when marriage was like in the topic of, when I reached out to my mum in a sense where I said, Mum, like, I want to get married, she kind of did sit me down and say, listen, are you ready for these things? And
It's true though, isn't it? I mean, like, obviously getting married is not just a joke. You literally take a responsibility of another life. Are you ready to do all that?
yeah.
And so
I hear that. And that sit down, what did you gain from that sit down?
I think it wasn't just that sit down, but like life in general.
Yeah.
Like growing up, and then like life experiences, like whether that be friendships or like just experiences in general. Like I feel like that's what shaped me into my decision. It wasn't a which where I said to myself, "No, I want to get married." It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get married.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I genuinely understood what marriage is, and I said to myself, can I handle that? And I looked in the mirror and I said, you know what, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but let's just see.
Yeah.
So I remember initially when I even like spoke to my wife,
Yeah.
she said to me, like, we're not speaking if it's not marriage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If we're not getting married.
Yeah.
So I love this, like I love her for that, because I feel like it would have been a different story.
they pushed you, innit?
Yeah, it made me think, like, what do I want in life? What do I want? So when she did say that to me, I looked at it as if, you know what, like, someone's come to you now and said, listen, like, if you're going to speak to me, it's marriage or nothing. And at the end of the day, what do you have to lose? You're going to have someone for life. You're going to do all the things right now that you are doing by yourself, but with a companion.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing about it is that with marriage, as I said, it's more of a commitment.
Yeah.
So obviously love can die in the future, but that's your job to rekindle it. But initially with marriage itself, like, I think that's what mainly pushed me towards the whole marriage. Like, it's my wife. My wife made me. I think that's one of the main reasons.
So when they say, the right woman will make you do the right things, it's facts then.
110%.
Because that's all you've said is she's the right woman. She put it on the table and said, if it's not marriage, I'm not interested. You went from, I don't want to get married, I'm not ready for that,
Yep.
to she is the right woman. I want to get married. I want to do all of those things. I want to be that husband. And that's beautiful. And I think that just comes, it doesn't come with age.
No.
It comes with maturity. Like it
Also-
just naturally, it was in you at the age of 20. In some people, maybe 30, 40, some a lot younger. So mashallah, like to have that mentality at such a young age as well, that just shows a lot about you as well.
Not only that, but like, tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't know, obviously, because situations are different, but obviously having an absent father, initially, when I thought of marriage, like, one main reason why I said, you know what, I want to get married, was because I said to myself, you know what, I want to be a better person than my father was.
Yeah.
And I say was because he might not be it now.
Yeah.
But from what I knew of it before.
Yeah.
So it was more of like having kids and obviously like separating and stuff like that. I don't believe in all that.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that to happen to my children. Inshallah, it never happens. But I'm grateful for the fact that obviously I went through those experiences, especially my mother and the way she's raised me. Because if it wasn't for her, I don't think, like with all the experiences coming, I don't think I would be where I am today or how I think right now, especially with marriage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you can kind of say to your wife, like, who I am, my mom produced me like this.
Mashallah. Yes,
Get
mom
it
always
on
has the
me?
biggest
Yeah, man.
influence.
You deserve that,
absolutely.
man.
That's a
You
joke.
deserve,
That's
deserve it. Nah, you deserve it, man.
100%.
I know I do deserve it.
Hey, now she's begging it.
Yeah, jokes apart. But
Yeah, I think-
Do you have a question? I think I
have more questions than you.
Oh.
Right about now,
I'll
you-
steal
I feel
this
like I'm on the
one,
hot
though.
seat now. I'm on the hot seat.
Nah, I just want to ask you a question.
Go
Like,
on.
how was it adjusting to being a husband?
I feel like being a husband is a very, very like different to being like single. Like being a husband means that if your wife is on that time of the month, you have to take care of her. Being a husband is if your wife needs help. Like I don't really see me, for example, now if my wife were to cook, I don't see myself just sitting down and not helping her. I don't believe in that. I believe in working together and supporting her because I seen how my mum is, and it sounds weird, like my mum is with my grandma and my grandma with my granddad as well. I could see how their bond was and stuff like that. And obviously I feel like I used that in my head. So I was like, you know what, this is how it should be. I don't believe in me sitting back and making my wife do everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like there's certain adaptations that at first, little things like, for example, if I'm used to closing the door and while I'm playing a game and she's used to leaving it open, like that, like
Those
obviously,
little different
those.
It's the
those
little
come.
things that get you arguing.
Yeah.
It's the little
Those things got me in trouble like a lot. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like in general,
Yeah.
when you're married, I feel like there's a lot to it. There's a lot of adaptations you need to make and sacrifices. Not so sacrifices, but things that you kind of need to do it for the sake of Allah as well as the love for your wife. You know what I mean? So
Nowadays. And hearing that, Abdullah, like, do you feel like do you still feel like you want to pursue marriage, knowing that obviously, you know, the stuff that Tariff is saying, and do you feel like it's something that you could see yourself doing?
Yeah, it's like it's giving me like a little vision in that, but you know, people get married for like different reasons. Like
110%.
everyone's different. Not everyone's the same. Like some people may want to get married for different purposes, but it's about what you want to do. At the end of
Sorry,
the
I can't
day.
hear you. Sorry,
It's
can't hear
about like what you want to do. At the
Yeah,
end of the day.
okay.
My bad. But yeah, it's just what you want to do and how, if you're ready or not. So if I'm not ready and I just want to get married, and it's clearly for the wrong purposes.
Yeah.
But if I think I'm ready and I want to get married, and I think that I can take on the challenges and whatnot, then I feel like, you know, I should go through with it. But obviously, getting different opinions is 100% like the way.
How do you know you're ready for marriage? How does one know that they're ready for marriage?
You don't.
But what are some of the signs that make you go, do you know what? Like for you, it was the trigger of
It's like
what your wife
saying,
said,
how do you
right?
know you're
So how
mature?
would you know
It's
if
like
you feel
saying,
like, you know,
how do
you're ready
know
for
that you're
marriage?
matured? It's like saying, how do you know that you've matured?
You would know because of the way you carry yourself.
Carry
You would know
yourself
because of the way you speak. So, you know.
That's a good point, actually.
Like, how do
'Cause
you
don't-
know when
don't-
you-
That's the thing. Like, as in, yeah, I know what you
Like,
mean.
when did I mature?
Listen, I'm not saying no, but I just want to. Can I just say something, right? Without like, I'm just gonna say something. Like for me, marriage at a young age is not a problem. It's not a problem at all. I said to my son, Abdullah, what did I say to you? Like he can like I said to Abdullah, like he can get married. It's not a problem for me, right? But marriage comes.
What?
Marriage. No, but what did I say? Marriage comes with responsibility, right? So what did I say? But wise, there are certain things you've got to do for your wife. If you cannot do them, you can't just get married because you fancy getting married or you fancy the girl or whatever. For me, obviously at his young age, if Abdullah brings me a girl today and says, Mom, I want to get married, to be like, cool. Are you working? Are you able to take care of her? Are you able to provide for her? Obviously, at this young age, it's not easy for him to provide for her. But are you working? Yeah, no, but we're not talking personally. In just general. So if you're able to be like, yeah, I can do these things, then cool. We can move on to the next step. Imagine, going to a woman's house and just saying, I want my son to marry your daughter. Nice. How old is he? 18.
110%.
What does he do
That
for
is
living?
so true.
Nothing. Does he pray Salah sometimes? I want to be able
Sometimes.
to... Sometimes. We're talking about you in general.
Just giving an example, not you, as in like general.
No, it's not
sometimes.
about you too. Like obviously, with you, I could be like, yep. Yeah, he's 18.
You tick all the boxes,
he's praying
darling.
he's praying all his
Don't
prayers.
worry.
Alhamdulillah, he's working. Yes, he can provide. Yeah, he's a kid. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes and stuff like that.
course.
But we're talking about in general. You want to be able to sit there and be like, yes, and just be honest. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I don't want you to think that I don't want you to get married. That door is open for you. You decide that between you and the girl that you want to marry. Obviously, she's gonna be young. You're gonna be young. You're both open to it. But I will always ask you these questions because I gotta make sure the woman that you're taking on is taken care of. And it's not my duty for me to take care of her.
No,
do you know what I mean?
very
I can only
important.
provide love and support
Like I
and
said, it's a big
wisdom. I
responsibility.
cannot
Yeah.
provide anything else. The rest is from you. Can I just say something funny that you sent me the other day? Like, I don't mean to like embarrass you or anything like that. It's not even embarrassing. We send each other memes, innit? So you sent me this meme, and then on the meme, it basically just said, like when you're a husband, you have. What was it again, son?
When you're married and you have kids, now that you have to check the scary noises.
Yeah, so, you know, like when the scary noise happens, normally it's the husband that gets up in it, the dad.
The dad.
He has to check. He goes,
now it's gonna be your job,
he
innit?
goes, do I have to be that person? Nah, I'm not ready. I was cracking up. I was like, stop it. So out of everything, you're like, do I have to check the noise? I don't know. I'm not ready. I was like, perfect. That's all it took for you to say you're not ready.
It's a joke, man. Come on.
But yeah, how do I say? Is there anything that you would do differently right now
In what sense?
in the marriage? So is there anything you would do differently? Would you like, for example, like maybe the way you like your wedding, or maybe I don't know, anything that you would do differently in your marriage
Like
right
if
now?
you could change something from the past,
Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't?
change a single
Hands
thing.
down, no.
Wallah.
I don't think.
So you
Because
think
I-
you've made any bad choices from this?
No.
Not a single bad choice.
Not a single bad choice.
Mashallah.
I feel like everything went the way I liked it and the way I wanted it. Like, obviously, like getting married, one of the big things was having like a big, crazy wedding. And obviously, like Islamically,
Away from me.
yeah, Islamically, it was
Yeah.
like, and culturally, it's
Yeah.
like, it's two different things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I know my mum,
Yeah.
one thing she wanted was obviously walking
Big
down
wedding,
the aisle and like, you know, the
yeah.
experience of having
Yeah.
a son do
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Yeah.
You know, the first
But I'm with
child
Tari from
getting
this
married.
one, Mum. I'm so sorry.
You know what I
like,
mean?
I'm
But-
No,
with
no,
you
I
on
was
this one.
I was blown away
Yeah.
when he actually came up with that, because at the end is ajr,
Yeah.
you know, and what is what the diniyat says, and if you do it, it's the right way. Because I do not promote, you know, a lot of gathering but it's just a dream as a parent, you know, your first
Yeah,
child
yeah.
getting married. There are certain peoples that you want to invite.
Yeah.
Because you've been to a lot of weddings, you've
yep.
been invited as well. I've seen my
You wanna
friends,
celebrate
you know,
it,
child
yeah,
get married, and
yeah.
I wanted same thing, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But I felt like I was not able to do that
Yeah.
because he chose more blessing way than
What
I
you had wanted.
Yeah.
Why did you choose a small wedding, Tariff?
The reason why I picked a small wedding, and I did agree, it was like a mutual agreement with
Yeah.
my wife.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing where I decided it or she decided it. It was more of a mutual way.
Yeah.
When it came to decorations, oh no, she picked it. She
Yeah,
picked
good.
them.
Yeah, of course.
And everything. She did
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But it was more where like initially for a small like gathering and
Yeah.
stuff, I thought that was the more better way to go for it.
Mm.
Because if I did decide to go for a big wedding,
Yeah.
I just thought about the amount of like
Evil eye.
and like obviously me encouraging people to free mix and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
What does that have upon me?
Oh, wow.
Not only
Yeah.
that, but let's be honest. I'm gonna be real. Like if people come to your wedding, all they do is they come, they vibe, they eat your food, they look around, and then they'll chat shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I just see it as if they're gonna do that, there's no
Yeah.
point inviting people like that.
Mm.
So as I said, like with my mum, she wanted something a little bit bigger.
Mm.
But I said to her, and then eventually she was like, you know what, you're right. Just do it your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and your wife want this. Just do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why we decided to do something smaller
Yeah.
and just do it.
Best
Yeah.
thing
I
ever,
feel like it's better when
honestly.
it's smaller as well. you know?
110%, man.
Is that what you would
It's just
want, Abdul?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's something that we both want as well. Like it's something just small, low key, private. Like there's no point having your business out there. Like what's it gonna do for you? You know, if it's kept private, just between you and your family and her family, it has so many more benefits. You know, like the nikah is just small, low key. Like it's just way better. You know.
Yeah. No,
It
I
goes
agree.
about
I think I
yeah.
agree. Like, obviously, I only have the one son. Do you know what I mean? So, just like your mum, I would love to have a wedding where I invite all my friends and everything. But as I get older, I just think the smaller, the better. I'd rather
Yeah.
all that money that was going to be spent on a wedding be like,
Can
yo,
get-
put it in an envelope and be like, you guys go and start your future.
Do you know what I mean?
Rather than starting your future with debt. Here is the money.
Exactly.
Go and invest in whatever it is that you want to invest in. May Allah
True.
bless you in marriage. Do you know what I mean? Like, have small, little, intimate. I think that's beautiful, and I'm glad you're on board with that, man.
Yeah.
So, inshallah, when the time comes, we'll be doing it that way.
Bismillah.
Don't worry, when we go home after this, she'll be like, wait it out a little bit longer.
I'm gonna change my
you know what I
mind.
said? You know what I said in the podcast?
Come on. It's not that bad. I'm not that bad.
But with
like,
what you
honestly.
said, it's so true because like if we did go with that whole big wedding and
Yeah.
stuff, that's like what? 20 grand, 30 grand.
30, 40
You
grand,
could
yeah.
use,
It's gone to waste.
some people
Yeah.
do even bigger, like 100K.
Yeah.
And that's the extreme, like
Yeah.
crazy. And obviously with that money, you could start off a life, as you said, start
Yeah.
off a business, get into and invest
Yeah.
into proper things. And if not, get your own home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you just need to understand,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? How does it make you feel? Like
Being
as
a
mum,
mother-in-law.
like, obviously having your own sort of like journey of being married and going through your own sort of like journey of marriage, and now watching your son be married. What are some of the things that like make you feel happy about his marriage, and some of the things that maybe triggers your past? You know, as a woman who
Do you
was
know
married
what?
before.
The thing that triggers is, I think, is exactly same as me. Met his dad when I was 18. You know, got married. Like,
At young age as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
so, and I feel like he met Ilaria 18, 19, got married. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like the pattern. It felt like I'm reliving in the same, you know?
Yeah.
So it was kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah. But you obviously he's the best of you. He's not you. He's the best of you. Do you know what I mean? You've raised him well. He's seen your struggles. He's seen your lifestyle.
Yeah.
He knows exactly sort of like how he's gonna make his marriage work will be different to yours. You know, I'd love to like, I don't know if you're open to it as well. Maybe tell us about how you met your partner and how not your partner, sorry, Tarifa's dad.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deep dive into it, like you know.
I
if you
can't
just tell
deep
us.
dive it,
And
guys.
that's okay. We
I'm not
respect
gonna
that.
lie
We respect
because
that.
it was a kind of
Yeah.
toxic type of thing. But
Okay.
I don't think I want to relive that.
He was young, so understandable. Yeah.
But I mean, the only best thing I could say that ever happened to me in that marriage was having Tarif.
Wow.
That's the only thing I
and
could
that's
say.
that's like what
And
else
I
could
was
like
blessed with
yeah.
this young man over here.
Mashallah,
You know, he has sometimes when I look at him,
Mm.
it's just I say to myself, Allah protect him,
Yeah, I mean,
because
yeah.
the vision he has, the way he talks, the maturity, and you know, it's just sorry guys, I don't want to get too
That's
emotional,
okay.
but-
Do you
I have a
feel
question,
like
I have a
Allah
question.
has rewarded you
Oh, the best
with
gift,
Tarif
yeah.
because of what you went through? Do you feel like
Yeah.
Allah said, you know what, you went through a lot in that marriage here. Take this blessed child.
Yes,
You feel-
Wallahi, you just have taken that out of.
SubhanAllah.
This
That's
is
beautiful.
exactly what I was gonna say.
That's beautiful.
This
That
is
beautiful.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through a lot,
Yeah.
but God has given me the best gift ever that He could give me
Yeah.
through Tarif,
MashaAllah. That's beautiful.
and I'm so blessed to have him. I'm so proud to be your mom.
That's so beautiful.
I always
MashaAllah.
held my head up.
Yeah.
You know?
When you say that's
I
my
never
child.
I never looked down because
Mm.
I knew you will keep my head up.
SubhanAllah.
I
That's
appreciate
beautiful.
Where a lot of people had, eyes on, like, being a single mom,
Yeah.
right? Married, got divorced,
Married outside of your culture as well.
somebody
Yeah.
way out of my. I've married a yardie, guys.
Yeah,
Yardie, yeah.
For those who don't know,
Right.
Yardie, he's from the Caribbean. He's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yardie means Jamaican. So I married a Jamaican guy. But long story short,
Yeah.
things happened and it was quite toxic. Got separated, divorced. I had to fight for my divorce, basically.
Was you married
it wasn't
Islamically
easy.
or was it just married legally
no,
as well?
I got married legally.
Oh, wow.
First Islamically, then legally. And, once you get married legally, it's just hard to get out. And when you can't find the person, it was a struggle. I had to struggle for 2 years just to get the bloody divorce.
SubhanAllah,
But alhamdulillah, finally, I got the divorce and everything. And now I'm a single mom. Got a child, a lot of eyes around, people judging you. There must be something wrong in her. How is she going to raise this child? Is he going to turn up to be, bad boys? They've said to me, you need to get married. There will be a child that, hanging around on the walls, smoking there, just that. And I was like, I don't need a man to raise my kid. I'm enough. I'm enough. And whatever is meant to happen with him, it will happen.
Yeah.
No
But I'll
man
try
can
my
change.
best, yes.
Yeah, but as mom, what I can do for him, I will do. I will step up. And that's it. And alhamdulillah, there you go. I produced the perfect kid.
MashaAllah.
You know, and now today, Batula, you won't believe it. Those people, now those people are asking me, can your child talk to my child?
Yeah.
The ones that were putting my kids down, you know? Now, I'm so proud of you, Mantari. So proud
Guys,
of you.
stop it. This is
So I'm telling you, sometimes I just sit down, Batula, I cry, and I
Yeah.
say, what did I do in this world that I got this guy?
what you went through.
What did
wallah.
I deserve, to have him?
Yeah.
Wallahi.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful, mashallah. And, I'm sure your son appreciates hearing this. And I feel like as mothers, as single mothers, we do get bashed quite a bit. You left your marriage, your kids are going to be like this, your kids are going to be like that. But subhanAllah, like,
They judge
look
you,
at
they
our
judge
boys,
you,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So alhamdulillah. I'm so glad. Like, don't say, like, what did I do to deserve this? You've been through enough to deserve Tarif as your son. We've been through enough to deserve the boys that Allah has blessed us with. So alhamdulillah, it was a very Beautiful moment right there, guys. That was very beautiful. My God.
Yeah.
And how does it make you feel hearing that, Tarif? Like, how did that make you feel?
No. It hit
Positive.
me. It hit me. So it was one of them ones where I was just taking it in.
I hear that.
But nah. Likewise. Like I feel like with how my mum raised me, as I said, that was what made me think of getting married.
Mashallah.
The way I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm grateful for that as well.
And what advice would you give Tarif being married young to avoid similar mistakes that you've probably made?
Well, you know what?
Seen in marriages.
To the camera, would you advise to them as well?
Yeah. To young marriages.
I would say don't be naive. Listen to each other. You know, that's the most important part. Don't down your wife.
Don't belittle your wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, it doesn't mean you're the man, she's the woman. She's not born just to cook for you, to clean for
Facts.
you, to iron for you, to wash for you, you know?
I don't know you're telling me.
No, you asked me the question.
It's easy
so
to talk
it's,
to the person.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I can
You're
look at the
looking at me
camera.
like, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying it to you.
I hear you,
but
I hear you, I hear
you
you,
know,
I hear you.
I mean,
Facts.
like it doesn't mean that she's just born to do all that for you. You know, I mean, she does deserve the respect.
Yeah.
It has to be equal. Marriage is equalness. Yeah. So say like, you know, both working. You come home. It doesn't mean she needs to jump in the kitchen and do everything. You need to step up. If she's doing the cooking, you lay the table out. You know, you do the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if she's making the curry or whatever, you make the sabayat. You know, or make the rice or something. But don't just sit there and expect for her to bring a glass of water for you. You know, this is the mentality where people think that women should be doing that. That shouldn't be that.
Yeah.
You know, that should not be the case.
Yeah.
You need to be equal. Treat yourselves equal.
Yeah. But I think, you know, that's a really good point. Like, if I can just touch on that.
Yeah,
like,
please do.
Like, I feel like, you know, in a marriage topic, what you've said is 100% valid. If two couples, a lot of the arguments that I hear in my surroundings is that the wife is working, the husband is working. The wife comes home, the husband comes home, the wife is expected to do her wifey duties.
Exactly.
No.
Strong.
You
Shouldn't
do
be
it
like that.
together.
Exactly.
However, though, this is where it differs for me. And some people will not like this, but I will say it with my chest.
Yeah.
If a woman is if she's a home wife,
Yes.
you're not doing anything, you're just taking care of the home, and he's fully providing, then personally, your deen doesn't tell you must do it, but you do it.
Yes.
You do it.
No.
Stop.
In that situation, obviously she's at home.
Yeah.
She's a housewife. It's bound to do it.
100%.
There's not
But
a
some will
question. He's
disagree.
Providing
Some
you.
will disagree.
Yeah.
That's true.
But some will
Really?
say, the women, like I'm not bashing, I'm a woman, guys. I'm not bashing nobody, right?
Yeah.
Because I've said something about this before on one of my videos and it went viral and the backlash was like, why are you being so naive? It's common sense. Like, if you're a mom, if you're a housewife and your husband is fully out there providing, like, obviously you're going to have some down days, but you have to be making sure there's food in the house. You have to make sure the home is clean. You have to make sure you're looking after yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But if you're doing the whole 50-50 and you're both working, then the same. I expect the husband to be supporting the wife.
Yeah.
Simple
Nonetheless, like, there's also, for example, now you know how you said if the man is working and the wife is at home. Nonetheless, I do believe even if the man is providing in that sense, there's, for example, when he does come home.
Oh yeah.
And let's say in this situation where if they have a kid, that's the time that maybe, you know what, the wife has been looking after the kid all day.
Yeah.
Give the wife some rest.
Yes.
Take over.
Yes.
Or for example, now let's say the kid's not there and there's a newly wedded couple and for example the man is just came home from work. I do genuinely believe the man should still help the wife.
100%.
I do
There are
believe
levels to it though.
And
There are
the
levels
other-
to it,
yeah.
right?
110%.
I agree. Especially if the woman is a mum as well. Like, Oh my God, people underestimate how much support a mother needs, right?
Yeah.
Just because the dad is outside working and then when he comes home, the mom has been stuck with those kids for those many hours or 24 hours, whatever. She definitely does need her break. Like, I'll use a great example. Like, one of my brothers, mashallah, like, may Allah bless him, he would give his wife that one day a week. He works full time. She's a housewife. He gives her that one day a week where she goes to sleep, wakes up and sees no kids, chooses to go out, stay in, spar it, mums,
Yeah.
shopping,
Do whatever you want.
whatever she wants to do. That one day, she's not a mom, she's not a wife, she's just her. She gets to be her, whether she wants to deep dive into her passion or whether she just wants to relax or whether she just wants to disconnect and lock herself in a room, whatever it is, for 24 hours, one day a week, he gives her that break where she just gets to be her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know how healthy that is?
It is.
It is so
That is the most
healthy.
It is very healthy.
important part.
It's so beautiful that he does that. And then I'm like, why are men not doing this? Like, more men should do things like this. But then the thing is, they don't know until they're told or they're taught.
Yeah.
And exactly that, because now, for example, with my marriage, I initially at first, when I first got married, with the talks with that, my mum kind of said to me like, "Now listen, you're married.
Talks,
now.
yeah.
Now you're married.
Yeah.
This is that." I kind of took that and I said to myself, "Cool.
Yeah.
Like now,
Yeah.
like I love my wife to bits. This is
Yeah.
my wife. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like now." When I come home from work, I don't expect her to do certain things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if she needs help, I will help her.
Yeah.
Like I feel like now, if I do work and I come home, I don't look at it as if I've just come home from work. I expect food on the table. I kind of want that support from her.
Yeah.
But let that naturally happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And if she does need help, regardless, I'm gonna still help her.
Yes,
Because at the end of the
good.
day, that's my wife.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Yeah.
when it comes to marriage and people's relationships and stuff, I feel like they need to understand people
Yeah.
and how they work as well. Like there's no point going to your, like, for example, wife or
Yeah.
husband and just assuming they can be like that straight away,
Yeah,
or they should be
exactly.
like that straight
Absolutely,
away.
absolutely.
But I feel like naturally, like, let's be honest, if my wife has a child, naturally she'll be very motherly towards that child and might want to spend more time with that kid. And then I would have to then rearrange my schedule to fit her.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I genuinely believe that if you are married, you should always help your wife. Definitely,
100%.
110%.
And do you agree with me? Some certain people, they think, oh, that's it, I'm married, she's mine, and the love dies. That's it. There's no love, there's no because they've already stamped it that she's my wife.
Do you mean like
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like even
no
though
honeymoon
you
ones
phase.
that
you married,
stop trying after
yeah,
the
it
wedding
doesn't
happens,
mean you
know?
are married.
Yeah.
That's it. She's yours.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have any desires. She does. She wants you to continue loving her, regardless. Show her that affection. Show her the love, the care. You know, take her out.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Things
I
that
mean, like if
you
you're working
fall
on
in
your
love
day
with.
off, take her out, go for a chill, go cinema, whatever, or walk in the park.
Yeah.
You know, even share one popcorn. That's the love.
110%.
You know what I mean? You can throw money, but do they want money? You know. But if you sit down with her and you're just having one piece of bread and you guys are sharing it,
Oh, yeah.
that is a love.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that marriage will last longer.
Yeah.
I personally feel that.
Yeah, I feel like
You
a
know?
woman is definitely, she thrives of love and care,
Yeah.
especially understanding her needs.
Yeah.
You know, like the love languages, everyone has their own love language. A woman thrives of you understanding her needs. And a man, correct me if I'm wrong, thrives of being respected and
Yeah.
appreciated.
Yeah.
So if both people don't do the same things for each other, then it will be imbalanced. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I agree. I think that's some men do stop
they
you
feel
know,
like
showing love.
that's it. Like she's
Yeah,
mine, and that
yeah.
okay, she got pregnant. She's having my kid. That's it. End of the story.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's where it starts. The story from. You know, you have to show more
yeah,
affection, more thing, so she can say this. I don't regret marrying this guy.
you, yeah. And a woman will willingly would want to, like, see, like how a man wants to take care of his woman. He wants to provide for her. He wants to protect her. He wants to look after her. A woman will naturally want to feed you, nurture you,
Of
love you,
course,
care
yeah.
for you. It's when it's given.
Yes.
It's give and take.
Yes.
You know, but bear in
Yeah.
mind, sometimes one person needs to carry it more than the other, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But with maturity, you'll understand, oh, my wife is going through her menstruals, for example.
Yeah.
I need to be
Exactly.
carrying her this week.
Yes.
And then when she's at her best and you're having a tough week at work, the wife would then be like, do you know what? My husband is having a tough time. Let me carry him this week. Do you know what I mean? Let
Yeah.
me carry him today. So, you know, I'm so sorry, Abdullah. I think we have bombarded you with a lot. You're like, what? Like, how do you feel
I'm
hearing
just
all of
listening.
this?
I'm just listening, taking it all in, man.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's helping you like make a, I don't know, is it pushing you more towards marriage, or is it more just like there's still a lot to learn, or
It's a lot to visualize, you know.
yeah,
Just give me more of an idea.
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, you're surrounded by people who can advise you on a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? Like nowadays, it's just so many tools out there that you can use to educate yourself. You just have to be willing to want to do these things. But marriage is a very interesting topic, man. It's something that people have many opinions on. And thank you, by the way, for kind of like sharing the maturity at your young age in marriage as well, mashallah. Like, I think a lot of young people could look up to you in that sense. So well done to you. And I pray to God that, inshallah, like, you guys continue forever and be blessed with beautiful children as well.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
I'm ready to be a grandmother.
Oh
I did
my
say.
God.
Wow.
Oh
That
my
will be
God.
my retiring day.
Stop it.
What do you
I'm
mean
good,
stop
I'm good,
it?
I'm good,
Listen,
I'm good.
at his age, I already
I'm
had
good,
him.
I'm good.
Wallahi,
That's
Sahih.
your age.
You're
That's
good,
your
yeah?
age.
Tarif,
I'm
good.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
What, you mean right now, or maybe a year or two?
My mama abay dhaqso ay dalo
You know what it is with kids and getting married young, yeah? I genuinely believe if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, okay.
But it shouldn't be a thing where like
No, I don't want him to plan it.
Yeah, but if it happens,
if it
of
get me?
happens, yeah, but I
of
want it
course.
to happen.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
I want him not to stop not happening.
Yeah,
I just
fair
want
enough.
him to happen. Yeah,
She's ready to be a
I'm
grandma.
ready there, man.
She's ready.
If I can raise you,
Yeah.
your baby's nothing.
Hey, those kids are gonna come
get
out
what
like
I mean?
Superman. Superman. But just
don't
before
worry.
we wrap it up, I just want to make it clear, you guys are my witnesses.
Are
Abdullah
we
here.
already wrapping it up?
I believe so. Were
Yes,
you enjoying
yes,
this
we
topic
are.
So
so
what happened
much?
to my jokes today? No jokes.
yeah, man, you're dead today, dead today.
Oh, it's not dead. But I want you guys.
Partner, come on.
He's
We
quiet
did well,
today.
you know, last
Quiet
time.
today.
I was shuaya, you know.
Visualize a marriage right now, man.
Allah,
He's
arroz-
visualizing
Allah,
marriage right now.
Allah, uligi arroz uku khafif. Bismillah.
All right. I'm gonna. That's exactly what I was saying. You guys are my witness. I fully give my son the blessings to go ahead and get married, so long as he is able to provide to the best that you can. Anyway, I don't expect you to be a rich person right now. You're still very young. To guide her in Islam, okay, to protect her, to love her, okay. If you are able
good
to
and
do
bad,
those basic things in marriage, I fully support it. I will go to this woman's house and I will go up there with my head held
You hear that,
high
bro?
and ask for a hand in marriage, inshallah. Are we having a deal?
Do we have someone?
And I will not change my mind
Do we
when I
have
leave.
someone in the picture?
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
why are you revealing that? I mean,
Let's
do
beat
we?
that, man. Let's beat that, man. Do you think I'm ready for it, though?
Do I think you're ready for it? I mean, only you would know, right? Only you would know.
How do
wallahi.
you feel? Do you feel ready?
But it's always, listen, the truth is, everyone here can give you advice. And this is how I see it as well. Like, everyone gave me advice.
Is
But
that
the
enough?
truth is,
have
Only
to
you
listen.
would
what
know.
do you want? Because, like, you don't know what you want until you're in that situation.
Yeah.
And you need to take a, like, mature approach to it and understand, okay, like, if this did happen, like, you have to put in so many scenarios. And the thing is, I know, like, leading on towards, say, if you do want to get married,
Yeah.
the talks you're going to have and stuff, I feel like there's going to be a time where every little scenario, like the randomest scenario, you could think, like, imagine we get married and she can't have kids. That stuff like that will randomly come into your head. And I feel like when you need to talk, speak. Just
Yeah.
you have your mother, you have auntie, you have me.
Oh, yeah.
So feel free to speak about it to anyone,
Yeah.
even your brethren. You get, like, just speak,
yeah.
lay
Yeah.
it all out, because when it leads up to it, I feel like, especially with men, I don't think there's a lot of people that they can go to. I
Yeah.
don't know if they feel like that.
Yeah.
But especially me, like in that moment, I just seek advice from my mum
Yeah.
and like friends that weren't married as well. So I'll take every single opportunity I could get from
But you
everyone.
were searching for answers.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
good to put yourself out there and explore and ask the questions.
Exactly.
You know, and to your question, Baba, like, do I feel like you're ready? Other than the fact that you knowing whether you're ready or not, your maturity in the past year has been out of this world.
Mashallah.
Like you have matured so much, and something that I look up to myself in you as your mother is how you are with your deen and your prayers. Someone might look at you right now and think, oh, it's a young kid, he looks like a whatever, he's got his hair plaited. But wallahi, how you wake up for Fajr every single day, how you don't miss a prayer, and you tell me, mama, go and do your salah, like don't miss Asr or don't miss the Dhuhr. I don't want to say I envy it, but I respect it. I love it and I appreciate it. And if a man fears Allah and has that deen in him, then he's ready for whatever. So yes, as a mom, you're ready. But obviously, in your heart, you will know. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it.
Amazing.
All good, man, guys.
Always
All good,
remember
all good.
that.
MashaAllah.
Keep that
Right,
man,
Abdullah, you're
inshallah.
gonna,
Oh,
you're
hey,
gonna drop a
guys.
little joke now.
No jokes
Is
today,
all the
man.
seriousness not gone yet?
No jokes today, man.
No
No
jokes.
jokes. He's taking a lot
Yeah,
in.
he's
He's
taking
already
it in
visualizing.
today.
He's already visualizing marriage and everything.
Sorry guys. Abdullah is not in the mood for a joke today. But next episode maybe.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, man. 500 likes, man.
500 likes. That's the like goal. That's the
You got
like
it.
goal.
You got
500
it.
likes. 500
Yeah.
likes.
But also as well the questions, guys. Don't forget the questions. Come in
Please
with the
do send
questions.
us, yeah.
Where the next episode, inshallah, like I want it to be more about questions. What the questions that you guys have for us, rather than what we have for each other. I think
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be
yeah,
really
yeah.
good. So if you
Like
just
a dilemmas.
Yeah, so come through with your dilemmas, come through with your stories, or come through with your direct messages, and we will answer them for you. If you want to put names under who you want to answer the questions, do it as well. If it's just for all of us, do it. I'm really looking forward to those questions and those dilemmas as well. So that's going to be our next episode.
But take it easy on us though, yeah. Don't ask too many
Ask
dangerous
away,
questions,
ask away,
bro.
man.
Abdullah is ready. Don't be like,
Listen,
yeah,
if
all
you
good
want to
though.
bombard this guy with the questions, be my guest. But take it easy on me. أنا مسكين طالع وادي خصل فيها بس. Yeah. Hey.
But yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes, it, man.
But
Well
yeah,
done. Well
that's
done,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Woo!
Thank you for watching Hoya's Garden. Obviously, this was episode 3. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And this is us. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below what you'd like to see next, and put the post notifications on so you guys are here for next time.
Yeah.
Peace.